Welcome to this look at the Anderson DLC on Farming Simulator 19, Part 3, Specialist Equipment, with me, MrSealyp. Welcome back to Part 3 of my Guide to Assistance video for the Anderson DLC. This is the kind of other equipment section, what I'm going to call specialised equipment, because we've got bale handling, we had bale wrapping. These don't kind of fit that criteria. This is for bales, but it's for bale creation, and it's a bit different to what we've been used to in game. And then we've got a log trailer and we've got two feed mixers, so they don't really fit into other categories properly, but these are the ones we're going to be looking at. First up, and I think the one that a lot of people have been very interested in, because this again is something completely new to FS19, completely new to Farming Simulator. This is a bio baler. This doesn't bale grass or straw swaths or hay or anything like that. This does poplars, so it's kind of a wood crusher baler, you know, amazing bit of kit. So this is the bio baler WB55. This will cost 99,500. Each bale has a 2,000 litre capacity. It produces wood chip bales for all intents and purposes, and it requires 200 horsepower to run. It will use 10 slots, and it does come with an additional piece of equipment, which is a bumper. So what we'll do is have a quick look in store, and we'll scroll across till we get to it. So here we have the Bio Baler WB55 for 99,500, and then we've got the the bumpers this side. The bumper, which that's supposed to be used to push down the poplars that are going to be taken by the Bio Baler. So I'm going to test something out because I'm not sure. Again, like I say, this is all new. It's new to Farming Simulator and to the game and to me. So whether or not you can drive directly into the poplars, that will push them down, and the bio baler can be directly behind you, because I know the bio baler can be adjusted from side to side if you want it to. So we're going to have a look at both those options and see how that works. As far as options for the bio baler, this is really cool. And again, I didn't put them on because I wasn't sure, but we can have standard wheels or wide. Look at them. That looks fantastic with the wides on. It's got a really aggressive kind of look to it. Anyway, yeah, that's the bio baler WB55. So back out, and over here we've got a log trailer, the Anderson log trailer. This is the I want to get this right again. This is the M163 Log Transporter. Has a crane on it as well. It's 19,600, and as you can see, it's not huge. It's designed for smaller logs. It does say on the mod hub, and yeah, when we look in store, 3 to 4 metre log lengths. You might get away with 5s hanging off the back, but it's kind of designed for smaller stuff. And this will use 7 slots. Did I sound the last one? How many slots it was? The bio baler. The bio baler was 10 slots. This one's 7, and it's got a crane as well. But what I like about this is how you operate it. Again, they've done some amazing stuff on this DLC. You know, I meant to say this on like part 1. It may be that baling's not your thing. It may be you don't like baling, you don't do it very often, you'd rather do all your stuff loose. Regardless of all of that, you can't take away from the fact the quality of the equipment. The Anderson equipment itself is incredible. So detailed and fantastic stuff. So you can't take away from that. I mean, it's brilliant. Even if you don't intend to use it, or you don't really want it, or you know, whatever, you really can't take away from the fact it's brilliant kit. So again, under Anderson Group, we'll scroll across until we get to it. Right at the end, the M160. Now that's interesting because it says on the fact sheets that came out, the fact sheet Fridays, it said 19,600. That says 19,000. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, it's a log trailer at the end of the day. We're going to have a look at that in operation in a moment. Very neat, very tidy. Very cool. The last two of this entire mod pack that we're going to look at in part 3 are the Anderson Smart Mix feed mixers. I think in 2000, if I get this right, was it 2012? 2016? One of those. They moved into the feed mixer kind of area. And these are a little bit larger, I think, if I can get that right. These are larger than the ones we've got in game at the moment. We have got the Smart Mix A700 and we've got the Smart Mix A950. The A700 is 23,475 litre capacity. We'll use 6 slots and it will cost you 70,500. That's quite expensive, I guess. The one at the moment we've got 16. We've got the modded one that will go up to 18, and then there's the self-propelled. I can't remember what size that is off the top of my head. And then the Anderson A950 will cost you 115,000, and it's got a capacity of 29,393 litres. Which means, unless you're playing on PC, you might have modded ones or different ones with larger capacities. But as far as console goes, that makes this one, I think, the largest feed mixer we've got in game at the moment. We'll just double check. Let's go into where are we? Animals. That one is only 17,000 litres. Yeah, the modded one goes up. It goes 14, 16, 18. So already the A700 is 23,475, and that one's 29,393. So these are the two biggest ones we've got for console at the moment. Let's have a look then in the Anderson DLC at both of these. So 70,500, 120 horsepower required, no options available, twin axle. The A950, 115,000, 145 horsepower required, 29,393 litres. Again, no options available other than what you see already. So those are the 4 options. What shall I start with, I wonder? Should we leave this one till last, or should we... Let's do this one. I know it's the one I'm really excited to try. I'm just curious. I know I've kind of left this to part 3, and I do apologise, but bear with me 1 second. Okay, so we're heading to our poplars. Now this has the bumper on the front, and the bumper does say that it flattens the poplars ready for collection. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try it directly behind at the moment, because I am curious whether it will do that. I don't want to damage them. Now technically my wheels should be either side of the poplars, but I don't know. But we'll have a look. So I can lower Baler, turn on Baler. I have also got an option here. There's the little kind of flap. It's hard to see. It's a flap anyway. If I go L1 and then up and down, you can just see that moving to the left. I'll zoom in on that. I'm going to leave that open as wide as it can do. But what we've also got, if I now go R1 and then right stick, I can adjust the angle of this here so that as I drive forward I can swing it out either side depending on obviously what space you've got. You don't want to drive over the crop, that kind of thing. Now at the moment I'm going to stick it directly behind because I'm just, like I say, I'm hoping it will be okay. So I'm going to turn on Baler. That should be, yep, going away there. And then lower the Baler. So that's it raised, that's it lowered. And let's see, that should flatten them down. And now we should be producing a wood chip bale. 2,000 litre capacity. Now this is only running at 4 miles an hour. I don't know whether that's because I'm driving over them. Right, so that worked fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'll turn it round. Let's just turn off the Baler a second, so I can turn around a bit quicker. So this time round, I'm going to swing the baler out. I need to make sure I do it the right way. That's it. That's it. Let's go a bit further. So as I drive forward, that should swing the baler out behind me and to the side. Okay, so now I can go down the side of it if I want to. So again, we'll turn it on. Let's go back down the strip. Still running at 4 miles an hour. It's not going to be the fastest you're going to get, but hopefully when we get to 2,000 litres, we're going to get a Bale. This is very cool. Bio-baling on Farming Simulator. How cool is that? Nearly there. So, just wait for a second. I'm going to spin it around the other way. So that what I'll do now is swing round. Now you can do that all in one fluid motion when you get used to operating it. I'm not. And away we go. Ah, right, so same as round balers then. It doesn't automatically unload, so I'll go L1 and unload baler with triangle. And then close back with triangle, same as you do with most round balers. And continue on. I'm going to stop there because at the end of the day, that's how it works. Let's turn off the baler, lift the baler, disconnect. That's bio-baling, and for the first time in Farming Simulator. That's incredible. 2,000 litre poplar bale. Wow. Incredible, incredible. Just wow. Now, again, I'm assuming that the round bale collectors will collect these. We'll just give that a quick test. I hope so. Because if you can do a big enough field of those, taking 24 of those at a time, it's going to make life quite easy, isn't it? And I'm assuming, again, we'll probably test this right at the very end of this particular episode, that when you sell these, you sell them at the wood chip sell point, not bale sell point. I don't know, we'll check that. Will it collect it? It does. Oh, nice. Right. So, the round bale collectors will also collect our poplar bales. So that is the Bio Baler WB55. That is a seriously cool bit of kit. Right. Let's disconnect that and let's move swiftly on. We're going to move on to the log trailer. I've already got this set up. Now, great thing about this is, as well, if you like teleporting between, if I now go side to side through my vehicles, it will actually take me to that one, and look, I'm standing on the back platform ready to operate it. Seriously cool. If I do it again, it takes me to my other one that I've already got set up. So here it is. Awesome. Now, I can change my control group. If you look in the top left hand side, it says control group crane 1. If I press triangle, it says support arm. So what I can do is lift those support arms up out the way. So once I've put it into position where I want it, put the support arms down, gives me a bit more stability. Press triangle again, it puts me back on crane. Now the crane arms, as we're kind of aware in game, can be a bit finicky, but L1, lift it up and side to side. R1 will give me my up and down motion on there. And L1 and R1 will give me my open and close and my rotation. So painful though it's going to be, I would imagine. Let's see if I can pick one up. At least one log. I want to try and get in the centre if I can. Maybe about there. Let's drop that down. I'm probably going to pick up 2 here, aren't I? Let's try for 1. Of course not. Come on. 1 log. That's all I want. No. Have I got it? Have I got the log this time? Possibly. Right. Doesn't look perfect, does it? No, it's slipping already. Rotate. Bring that in a bit. Up and in. It's going to drop out anyway, but open the crane a little bit. There we go. So it is doable. Again, it just comes down to practice. I really do like the fact we can stand on the back platform. You can see yourself operating this piece of equipment. That's really cool. Now if I press, there we go. So if I toggle my view, I'll go from me and the crane to the actual crane arm itself. Some people find that easier to do. Personally, I don't know. I'm not that great anyway, but let's drop that down, see if I can pick some more up. That's going to slip out. Anyway, you get the idea. If you're better at it than I am, yeah, if you're better at it than I am, you'll be fine. You'll be great. I like it. It's a nice, cool little thing. You might decide you're going to be doing, you know, fence posts or something, and you're going to collect some smaller logs. It's a really nice bit of kit to add in. I like the fact you can stand on the back platform. It's great. Really, really cool. These ones are 3s, I think. It did say 3s or 4s. And when you look at it, there's a bit of room this end still. But yeah, nice bit of kit. Like that a lot. Right, moving on to our final 2 bits of equipment. Let me just drop off the bumper. So we're going to start with the A700. This is the smaller of the 2. Depends what kind of mixture you want to do for your feed. I always do mine kind of split into quarters. This is going to be a little bit tricky to do, I'll be totally honest with you. Now I've got the silo here, which was part of the mods that came out yesterday, which is the multi, you know, buy anything silo. And I've also got stuff in storage in the silo. So we're going to start off doing it in the silo, I think. Now, options available once we've got it. Since I say start filling, but if I go to R1, we can do tip side left, tip side right, tip side back. Ooh. Okay. Let's take the tip side right for the time being. Now, if I split this the way I want to, this particular one, you're looking at about 5,800 if I put it into quarters. So I need 5,800 straw, 5,800 silage, and 11,600 hay. And we'll start off with the first 2, I think. This is not going to be that easy, but so L3 straw. Okay, not quite there, but okay, we'll see. Right, start filling, and then we want silage. What do I want to get up to? 11.6. Okay, that's not bad. And then finally, we want hay. And there we go. We are all in the green. 23,475 litres to be fed to our cows. I did put on tip side right, didn't I? I did. So let's see what this looks like tipping, shall we? focus on. Let's stop there. What I am curious about is tip side rear. So let's go. No, don't want beacons on. Tip side back. Oh, there we go. Right. So let's have a look. Tip side rear. Oh, cool. Something a bit different, isn't it? Fantastic, so that's the A700. Now the A950 is going to do exactly the same thing. It's just a larger capacity, but what I'm going to do is disconnect that right there. And I'm assuming, again we'll double check this, but we should have the same tip options. So when we look at it, we have got side to side at the front here. It does appear to have the same bit at the back here, so it should do left, right or rear. What I'm going to do with this one, I need to check my stats. Because this takes a larger capacity, I'm looking at about 7,300. Yeah, okay, right, so this one I'm going to do from the silo. Now obviously doing it from the silo means it's going to cost you money. Now, you shouldn't be able to put Totalmix Ration into this because, well, you just shouldn't. So hay, let's go with 14.6, so start. Don't want to get this wrong. 13, 14, stop there, maybe a little bit too much. Then we want silage. It's going to take us to about 21, 22, I think. I could get this wrong. 21, 22. Now that's given us, it already says Totalmix Ration. So at that point, at the bottom right hand corner it says Totalmix Ration. Because both of those in the green, I don't have to put straw in here if I don't want to. I generally use straw as padding, like filler, I always have done. Oh, that's interesting. And there we go. Full load, 29,393 litres. That is going to make, if you've got a lot more animals, especially on console, that's going to make it a little bit easier. You know, doing 16,000 at a time, it kind of doubles your capacity. It's pretty good, I have to say. What did I have it on? Tip side, left, no, tip side, right, or tip side rear. Let's go tip side. It's fine. And there we go. So that is it. That's part 3 complete. We've looked at the Baler. The Baler WD-55. We've looked at the Anderson M163 Log Trailer, the Anderson A700 and the A950 feed mixer. And that brings us to the end of the Anderson DLC. That's quite a lot of equipment, a lot of really, really cool stuff. I hope you found it all 3 parts. If you haven't watched all 3, go back, watch part 1 and part 2. I hope you found it useful and informative. Oh, before I go, I did say on the second part when we looked at bale wrapping that when you put the bales through the 2 extractors, it looked like the square bales were shrunk. It looked like it made them smaller. So let's jump up on here. It did. These are the bales that have come out of the extractor. These are the standard bales. So they are smaller. It's kind of compacted them down, made them a little bit more chunky. I'm assuming they've got exactly the same capacity. They're still 4,000 litres. Does mean you use up less storage space, which is quite cool. But anyway, if you have found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form, and give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.